Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train. New run! Wormkin Clan. We're still trying to unlock all the base cards. Connie in chat wants to see the new expert challenges. I don't think there's a need to do these ones again. Like, I think you don't need a divine do the challenges. You can just do the challenges with the check mark. But there are 5 new ones. Brain over Brawn. Your champion isn't up for a fight, but they know plenty of card tricks. Your champion enters with Sap 10 and Heartless, cannot be healed, so very difficult for like Awoken builds. But Magic Hand, cards are not discarded, and 2 for 1, each time you draft a card, gain a copy. So you're gonna have a lot of cards in hand, you can't heal your champion, but like, you don't need to heal your champion all the time. Armor, you know, the Penumbra Umbra champion in the back with trample and high damage could be pretty good. True champion, you don't have a champion, but Harif will help you out instead. Harif, Hef. If I had a hammer. Start with Hef the Blacksmith and good old Wingmaker. Hef gains Intrinsic. Intrinsic means you draw at the beginning of your combat, which means it replaces your champion. Hef is 2 cost, so you have to pay to play it, but every turn it adds capacity to that floor. Very interesting. So you can... Hey, Cadiddle Hopper! Thank you for the resub for 3 months. Still lurking. Good to know. So you play this unit, it's expensive, but it adds capacity to the floor, so you want to eventually build up one floor that's really big. Good old Wingmaker, 1 cost spell, deals 6 damage to enemy units 2 times. I think it's all enemy units, which is interesting. And on Slay, gain capacity on the floor. So this is really about building single big floors. Interesting. Make it count. You start with more cards than Ember, but your Pyre is fragile. Random cards. You start with +7 energy on the first turn and 10 cards on the first turn of combat. But your Pyre is fragile, but you have damage shield too. The hero we need. Your champion is amazing. Your spells not so much. Your champion has both of the marks, so +50 attack and +50 max health, 50%. And then spells cost 1 more. So your spells are going to be expensive, but your champion can hopefully counteract that with increased damage and health. I mean, let's be honest, seems like a Penumbra Umbra champion would be pretty good here. Keep him, you know, filled up on lifesteal, and then you can do a lot of damage. War is hell. Their forces are strong and grow stronger. Fortunately, your troops aren't too shabby either. Gain 15 shard pacts after each battle. That's dangerous. But you start with friendly units gain +5 attack, +5 health, and +5 armor. That sucks. That's not worth it. This is so dangerous. This is like, whatever. Train stewards are good, I guess. Friendly and enemy units gain +5, +10. Your Pyre gets +10. Enemy units getting +5, +10 is super dangerous. You know that one boss that has like a 5 or 7 +5 multi-strike? Yeah, that would be 13 with 5 multi-strike. That would be insanely bad. Even the normal bosses that have multi-strike. Seraph. You know, if Seraph has multi-strike 3, it goes from 30 damage to 45 damage a turn, and I think you can even get multi-strike 4 if you have enough shard packs, so you could have like 60 damage Seraph. That's a little strong. But Wormkin, we're gonna do another random run with the Wormkin. Why don't we bump it up though to Covenant rank 10, and we'll play around with trying to figure out how to play around with apply Ember Drain 1 to the first unit played on the top floor each turn. Boss power increases per shard pact. Interesting. This is funny because now instead of stunning a turn at the top floor every combat, you Ember Drain the first unit you play each turn on the top floor. So if you play multiple units on the first turn or on the second turn or whatever on the top floor, you'll only get Ember Drain once. I don't know how to work with this, but we'll try to figure it out. I guess if you also, another thing to think about is if you put a sacrifice unit at the top floor to take the Ember Drain and they die, you won't get Ember Drain. So like if you had Umbra units, you could put a morsel up at the top floor, it could get hit and get killed and then you don't have Ember Drain, or it could get eaten and then you don't have Ember Drain. So there's ways around that on the top floor. And even with Melting Remnant, we could just put like a garbage Dreg up there to get hit and then die, and then we won't get Ember Drained. Stuff to think about. Force Contamination, Molten Encasement, Echo Snare. Arcus. Days 1 to units and spells +1, and then Seraph the Chaste, buff, debuff Seraph once again. Okay, let's do it. Do we want an artifact? I don't know. I should have checked what my champion was. No, this is okay. Draw 1 is extremely good with Winged Steel. Let's see what our champion is. Friendly units have +5 attack per shard. Strike, gain 1 shard. This is interesting because +5 attack per shard means that multi-strike units, lots of small units on a floor can really build up their power quickly, but you don't have cards to play. Like you have to play infused cards in order to gain your charged echoes, but strike gaining charged echoes is nice because you can then, you know, play extract cards like the one that we have, the Forced Contamination, apply melee weakness. We can apply Reap to enemy units and then take more advantage out of the charged echoes being stacked up. Spine Chief, I think, does work pretty well, especially with eggs, and the eggs are kind of interesting to maybe play around with. I kind of like it. Because we didn't get any cards in our starting pack that increased our infusion capability, we'll go like this. Although, you know, dregs are infused. Four infused dregs? That's not that bad. In fact, you know, now that I think about it, it probably would have been good to go for the other option, because you could play a dreg, it would infuse itself, gaining more attack, and then, yeah, okay, that would have been nice. Do we want an artifact? Let's see. Divine Temple, whoop. Artifact, Divine Temple, Divine Boons, Divine Temple. There's a lot of opportunities for merging and spell upgrades. Do we want one artifact early? I kind of don't want one artifact early, honestly. Let's just go to the battle. Because I like upgrading spells or merging units, because as you do that, as you upgrade your spells and your units, you can get some absurdly broken combinations if you can find the right line for upgrading. So I want to save that. I want to save that option so that I can, you know, duplicate a unit as opposed to getting an artifact. And duplicating a powerful unit is probably worth more than a random artifact. You know, we would be able to choose one of 3, but still. Okay, Spine Chief. We're gonna put you here. Then we're gonna kill you. We're gonna hit you. Play this. Okay. As long as I killed 1 unit on the bottom floor, I'm happy. Actually, this is what's nice about this is that we can kill, you know, kind of a lot of units with the Reap, because they only have 1 health. You know, they're just freaking garbo units. So, you know, Fracture, now you're dead. I guess I would have to fracture you to kill you, but now you're dead, and then, you know, put a Train Steward out there, put a Drag out there. You're not dead, but you'll die next turn. I don't care about these dregs, they're freaking dregs! Infuse, and you're dead. So we might... Are we okay losing 1 energy next turn? I think we are. Just to make sure that we can kill this Forged Disciple. Also have a lot of Molten Encasements to apply stealth. You know what, let's just get him out there. We can put some Train Stewards at the bottom. That'll work, right? You're dead. Beautiful. You're not dead. Apply melee weakness. Melee weakness does not matter. What we want is to Reap you and put a Train Steward down. Now you're taking 20 damage. That's not too bad. We could try Forced Contamination. I don't think it's gonna be all that useful. Hey, now you're taking 35 damage, hell yeah. The Train Steward hit went from 5 to 20. Oh, yeah, that's sweet. Okay, Fracture, Train Steward. You're dead. I don't think that Forced Contamination is that good, because you only get the melee weakness for 1 attack, and losing 3 charged echoes could be pretty detrimental depending on your build. Why wouldn't you want to take that free artifact? Oh, from the beginning options? I want, so here's my history with pack shards, right? When the DLC was in early access for the DLC, they had like an alpha test weekend months ago. My first run of this DLC, I picked up like 250 pack shards. I was like, yes, gobble, 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 gobble. So I took all the pack shards, and what I didn't realize was that makes everything exponentially harder the more pack shards you have. It doesn't cap at 100 for the difficulty. If you have 200, that's harder than 100. If you have 250, that's harder than 200. So you really want to only get pack shards to 100 approximately, so that you don't increase the difficulty too much. Now, admittedly, this was also back when the final boss hit your pyre every turn. He doesn't do that anymore, which is really nice. But his damage gets higher the more pack shards you have. If you have 200 pack shards, maybe his sweep is like 15 damage instead of 7 damage. Maybe his sweep is 20 damage instead of, 10 damage. You make that fight significantly harder. You make all fights significantly harder. So I want to save pack shard points so that I can upgrade spells and units, duplicate those spells and units, get up to 100 pack shards, and then get more value out of those units and spells than I do out of artifacts. Because one random artifact could be good or it could be trash. You kind of never know. Yeah, my first run, I got absurdly destroyed. It was stupid. So, Proclamation. Attuned, extract 2, deal 50 damage. Hosting Kin, deal 13 damage to unit and move it to the back. Infused, consume. Bogfly, gain 5 attack per shard. There's an egg that creates bogflies. I'd rather have that. Hosting Kin, I think, could be nice. +5 and +5 attack per shard could be interesting. But I think Hosting Kin is good just because... All right, I'm back. Just had a power outage. Launched the game. Left off exactly where we left off. Dripfall, Molten Encasement, Remnant Host. Now, I do like stacking up units on a single floor. It is very strong. Days 1 is not that much of a penalty for us. We could also use this against enemies, although the days might be a little bit not that useful if we don't have a sweeper. Molten Encasement for stealth, we already have 2 of those, I believe. Let me check, yes. Summon 2 Draft on Extinguished could also be interesting. But I'm really tempted to maybe like put a stealth Molten Encasement inside of a stealth Molten Encasement with the unit merging from the temples where you can take pack shards, because it would be fun to do that. You would actually get stealth 4 on Extinguish from 1 Molten Encasement in a Molten Encasement. You could also put like 2 drafts in a dreg, or 2 drafts that are stealthed inside of a Molten Encasement. I think though, out of all this, I would probably just take Dripfall to try to stack up units. It'd probably be more worthwhile than anything else. Because if we stack up units on a single floor, we can gain the benefits of a lot of like shard echoes and whatnot. And I definitely want a unit. Should have checked to see what we had in the store. But I got to admit, if we're going for, possibly being able to strike gain shards, it would be nice to have a Kinhost Carapace. This guy can get very strong very quickly, and then being able to descend him into a floor is very beneficial. Etch +5 attack. So that's on Consume, right? Yeah, on Consume. The First of Kin is a very powerful unit. I like the Kinhost, though. I really do. Being able to, like, multi-strike this guy, you can get a lot of damage out of him. And you can play him on any floor because he only has a capacity of 1. You can just put him essentially wherever. I'll take the, do we have any Consume cards? Infuse, Descend, 2 Consume cards. Hosted Kin is a Consume card, so we have like 3 Consume cards. Let's go for the First of Kin. We haven't had him yet, so we'll take him. There we go. Also, hello, welcome, Red Bearskin. How you doing today? Moobler says, have you tried having a power image instead? Oh, you so funny. Sacrifice a unit. Spell chain and intrinsic. Upgrade a spell to gain intrinsic. It'll start in your hand at the beginning of combat. I don't want any of these cards in my hand at the beginning of combat. I got to admit though, spell chain with like a Hosting Kin could be kind of nice. You'd get this card twice, but it doesn't really provide that much benefit on its own. I don't think these are very good spell chain targets. Maybe Dripfall, so you can descend 2 units, but even then, I don't think that's particularly good. Dregs would give Burnout 2 to a unit. Molten Encasement, we could merge the Molten Encasements. Train Stewards, we could always just purge them by giving +5, +15 to another unit. I don't think we want to merge anything either. I think it's way too early for this. So, let's just check out the Merchant. Large Stone, huh? I mean, I do like big units, and a big First of Kin could actually make a very good tank. 45 health plus damage. I'm looking at the health though. 95 health is pretty good. I don't know if that's good enough. It would make a great tank though. I think we can make it work. Because we did take the Descend card, right? We did take Dripfall. Yeah, let's buff a First of Kin, make him really tanky, and I'll do it again, make him a 120 health unit. Might be a little overkill, but I kind of like the idea of just making one very powerful unit. And I don't really want anything from the Divine Temple. I don't think we have anything worth upgrading, card-wise or unit-wise. So this is just going to be kind of a standard fight. This is a haste fight, which is unfortunate, but if we can apply Reap to the haste unit, they'll die before they can move up anyways. But yeah, at least we have, you know, Etch +5, it's something. It's a unit. It does unity things, I guess. Now, these guys do a lot of damage. Also, we need to kill the Conduit Infiltrator quickly. I think we're gonna put the First of Kin at the top. He's got a lot of health. He's really big and also really pretty. And then Spine Chief, I'm gonna put you on the middle floor. You might get skipped, but to be honest, we'll just try to kill the haste unit when the boss comes out and you know, deal with it then. Apply Reap 2 to enemy units. This is actually very good. Reap. Burnout, the Ember Drain won't even count. Fracture will kill you so that you don't skip the floor. And then we will put down a Molten Encasement to protect our champion on the next turn. Yeah, that Reap card, that Consume card, I guess it is very good for just like killing units on a floor, you know? Like, hey, let's just make sure that you all die. I'll accept it. Dreg, I wouldn't mind if you die. Hosting Kin, I don't even really want to play that. I think we're okay just kind of leaving it. This is gonna be like a bit of an awkward fight, but at least it'll still get, you know, we'll still get the job done. Fracture. Fracture. Drag. Drag. Hosting Kin. What would we kill with Hosting Kin? Deal damage and move something to the back line. Well, I mean, just kill you, I guess. You know, we could have killed our own Molten Encasement, maybe, and then, like, I don't know what we could have done out of that. Maybe something interesting. Hey, Duck My Power, thank you very much for the resub for 12 months. 12-month game, gang, yo. Sorry for the inability to actually have an on-screen notification for that, though. I can't control it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. By the way, you're dead. So that's kind of what I want out of the Descend. Just being able to put a big unit down there. Bogfly, no thank you. Infused Consume, apply Reap 2 to enemy units. See, this is actually kind of nice because it will kill even if you only have this card. +5/+5 per charged echo. And now I'm also thinking about the Bogfly. I'm like, okay, what if you put the Bogfly in another unit and then you keep building up charge echoes on a single floor? That could be interesting. But I admit I do like Echo Snare. It's cheap, so we can draw with Winged Steel. Reform 2 random units. I'm never gonna use this. Entombed Explosive. Maybe, but I think we're just gonna skip these cards. I don't like building into Melting Remnant if you don't know that you're gonna want Melting Remnant in the future, because it's kind of hard to build into Melting Remnant in that fashion, I think. Gain 7 energy on the first turn. Friendly units gain +5 health. 7 energy on the first turn could be good if you have expensive units. So I'm gonna try the firebox. Copy a card 5 times. What if we copied First of Kin 5 times? That probably seems like a dumb idea. What about Hosting Kin? Just, you know, targeted cards that just kill units. Or Echo Snares, you know, this does a similar thing to this card. It just applies Reap to all the enemy units instead of direct damage, which could be good, could be bad. The good news is that this kills on the immediate turn, but it's blocked by Spell Shield. This is not blocked by Spell Shield, but it only kills at the end of turn. I think I'm gonna copy these Echo Snares and maybe try to not necessarily go into the Reap build, but they do seem very good at potentially killing units. Maybe it also would have been nice to Spell Chain these, but I already copied them because you couldn't leave that encounter anyways. So I don't think we want to Spell Chain anything yet, which is kind of unfortunate because our spells are kind of trash. And I still don't even want to merge units together. Like we do need to do this at some point, but I need to get better cards and units before I can start melding things together. I don't know, I feel like I don't have a lot of synergies built into the deck right now. What I have is Echo Snares. I can Echo Snare with the best of them. So what we're gonna do is Spine Chief, First of Kin. We're gonna descend him later, but for right now, we'll just infuse everyone and I don't know, put down a drag. You're taking 6 damage, hell yeah. At least that Reap will, you know, stay with him forever. Guess we'll just Echo Snare again and apply more Reap and yeah, we'll put down a couple of dregs, why not? I'll make him tank shots and then we'll drip fall you at least, so now we have you on the same floor as everything else. The animation of the smoke is like not at a high frame rate. I just noticed that right now. It's like 5 frames a second. It's kind of strange. Echo Snare. Consume. You know what? Actually, Etch Consume. That's a bit of a combination there. We can increase our damage whenever we play an Echo Snare. There you go. Now we're thinking. So maybe I just don't play these and I play them later. Because we don't need to play him then. Now we can play it because he's on the same floor as us. Keep playing it. I mean, this is working. It's not the best kind of way to make a run work, but it's working to a small extent. This guy needs to take more damage. He's gonna make it up. I need to put some units down over there up at the top floor or something. You're taking a lot of damage, admittedly. How much damage are you taking? 1 damage per stack Reap. So right now it's 4 times 2. How can we get to 12? That'll do it. 6 times 3, so that's 18 damage. You can die to like a train steward. Let's stack up the Reap on the boss. Actually, nah, I can't kill you. We'll just put down a couple of train stewards up here. Oh, hey. Well, yeah, sure. We'll stack up more Reap on the boss. So weirdly enough, this is like an okay way of handling the boss fight, but it's not gonna be a very good way of handling Seraph because Seraph is gonna be removing all of his stacks of stuff. We might get there, but I don't know if we're gonna get too far after that. Consume, trigger units extinguish ability without killing it. This has been changed. It's now 1 cost. Intent on, oh, it's also consume. So it's 1 cost and consume, huh? So I don't think it'll work with the deck. Consume cards in hand, add a draft unit to your hand and apply +10 for each card consumed. We can't keep him alive though. Apply +6 attack per charge echoes, clear charge echoes. This is what we want. We want echoes of the past. We want to be able to make our units as strong as possible. So I want this card to be holdover. Infused, etch +5. Do we want more? Inspire. Isn't Inspire whenever you play a spell? Did they change the name of that? Incant is the name of it, not Inspire. Inspire, +2 attack and armor 2. Strike to burnout units. +15, +1 and Inspire, +2 and armor 2. Etch, +5 attack. So we could put Etch +10 on the first kin. I think maybe we should take the Shard Soul Carver, though. If we put this on the first of kin, then we can have one massive floor of one really big, kind of beefy unit. At the very least, I think it is worth taking. Because it's a one-cost unit as opposed to anything else. Then what do we want here? Energy, draw, or capacity? Well, we probably want the draw because we do have a lot of cheap cards. So we're gonna go for the draw and hopefully get more cheap cards in our deck faster. I also do want more units, so I am gonna go for the unit path and the unit upgrades. And I might even take this now because I'm having a hard time finding things to spend or finding things to upgrade in the Divine Temples here. There's 3 more coming up on the rest of the run, but this might be a good opportunity to go for an artifact and hope that it kind of changes the run to some extent. Quick. If we get a sweeper, we'll take quick. Kinhost Carapace and Bog Chrysalis. Summon 2 Bogfly units. So I know now that if we upgrade the Bog Chrysalis, it will apply to the Bog Fly. So if we make the Bog Flies large, quick, sweep, it'll apply to the Bog Flies. But Kinhost Carapace is just a good unit to have with all of that stacking charged echoes. The problem is that if I lower the units, like if I put the first of kin on the same floor as my champion, then I won't have enough space to put the Kinhost Carapace because I need to put him on one big floor. Summon 2 Bogflies. I'll still take him though. He's a good unit. And we'll think about how we're gonna handle these units in the future, but let's get rid of Train Stewards. They suck. Do we want quick? I don't think we want quick. +5, +10. I don't think we want +5, +10. Maybe on the Shard Soul, but let's just re-roll first to see what we get. Endless. Okay, an endless Molten Encasement could be good. An endless Kinhost Carapace. How will this even work? What would his capacity be in the long run? Oh my god, I have to know. Because I think the capacity cost maxes out at like 6. So if you play this unit and then kill him over and over again, I think you can keep replaying him, which would be kind of funny. You gotta admit, it would be kind of funny. +3 attack per shard. Could put that on the Shard Soul Carver. +25 health. Could also go on him. He can kind of function as a medium tank. Although I might also just like merge him into another unit. But I really want to see what happens. I want to see what happens with this, okay? I want to see what happens. And I am gonna purge a Train Steward. Let's get the Train Stewards out of there. There we go, they're gone. And I am gonna go for an artifact. Apply Endless to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. Draw 1 each turn, then return 1 card to the top of your draw pile. Very interesting, so you can draw specific cards on the next turn. But an endless unit every turn could be interesting, especially if it's like your champion. Then they won't necessarily die forever. And then, you know, maybe we don't need the upgrade on Kinhost Carapace, but still. I think with extinguish units and whatnot, that could be kind of fun. Multi-strike, friendly units have +5 attack per charged echo, or multi-strike with gaining more charged echoes. I think the Infector with more multi-strike could be kind of interesting. Okay, okay. I think I will merge the Shard Soul Carver into the first of kin though. I think I will do that. just to make this unit have like as much attack as possible, and that way we have a little bit more capacity to play around with. And we can even do like Kinhost Carapace on the bottom floor, dies, gets replayed over and over again, and then we can play him on the top floor if, you know, all else goes wrong on a fight after we first of kin and like drop him down to the bottom or something. I think that could be a good way of handling things. Although like we could always replay the first of kin on the top floor or something, because they get stronger over time as well. So let's to attack and armor 2. Let's give you more health. And let's give you more attack per. Let's just, you know, let's spend our money. I always regret not spending money, usually. Spell shield 2, that does not seem that bad. Threat level low. Does Kinhost Carapace maintain his floor capacity? He does, but if I remember correctly, the last time I tried this back when this DLC was in early access, beta testing, alpha testing, it maxed out at like 5 or 6 capacity, so you could always play him. He wouldn't get to like 10 or 20 capacity. He would always be playable. So I think that'll work, but I want to see. So we'll play him, we'll see what happens on this combat, and then maybe we'll just put him into another unit and give another unit +10, +10. And, you know, we'll figure it out. But for right now, we're gonna play Spine Chef and First of Kin. I think we can probably make this work on the bottom floor. We can drop the First of Kin with a Descend card in the future, I think, but we'll start here. Apply Reap to friendly units. I kind of just want to consume to make him stronger. Oh, and we can Descend him immediately. That's beautiful. Essentially perfect. And then we'll start, you know, infusing up. You do need to die at some point, though. You're gonna live. You don't matter. You're both gonna die. This is this is a relatively easy fight for us, all things considered. Inspire, +2 and armor 2, +3 per charged echo. I think we'll play you up here just to get the kill. And then we'll play Echo Snare, a Dreg. And then let's get this Kinhost Carapace out there. He's gonna have +50, +50. He might not die, but I kind of want him to die so we can see what's going on with him, you know? Consume that just to, you know, give the buff to you, and then I guess you can be played, so we'll play you. You're not gonna be endless, because I keep forgetting about the fact that the first unit gets endless, but oh well. Consume, Molten Encasement. I don't want to play you, I want you to die. Apply +6 attack, clear. Okay. Infuse. Oh, right. And you lived and you gave me Ember Drain. I forgot about that, too. Consume, apply Reap. Infuse, consume, deal damage, and move a unit back. Echo Snare. Gain +48 attack per you. Now you're gonna be a 68 times 2. We did lose all of our, you know, shards on that floor, but who cares? What if we just buff our champion? What if we just make a run where we only buff the champion? Do you think that'll work? It might work. I don't really want to play the dregs, so. And unfortunately, the Kinhost is just not doing anything. Oh, I guess we'll just end turn. Oh, wait a minute. How about this? Well, no, because I don't want the Dreg to live. Screw it, end turn. You're both dead. I haven't done anything yet. Apply Reap. Drip Fall. You know what? Let's just stack up one big floor. You know, who cares? Why not? There you go. Hello, welcome Retrash to the stream. How you doing? Well, we got some money out of this. Wormkin Etchings. Return 5 consume spells to the top of your draw pile. So we could bring back all of these Echo Snares for the infusion gain. I mean, that is kind of interesting. Infuse, extract, apply daze 3 to a unit and move it to the back. That seems really good. Just to kind of put a unit out of the fight. Consume, apply 4x reap to enemy units. That's also pretty good. But you know what? Bringing consume cards back is always fun. We can make that card really cheap. Infused, endless, extinguish, draw one. Votavary is like an instant take. Yeah. Endless. So we can make a unit endless if we want, but we don't need a unit to be endless. We have the endless key. Divine Temple, we do want to start merging units. Let's go for spell upgrades and see what we can do here. Upgrade a card to cost -2, upgrade a spell to make it intrinsic. Well, we could make this free now. Return 5 consume spells to the top of your draw pile. And then if we duplicate it, we could actually have these like come back and keep bringing themselves back over and over again. Could be an interesting proposition. Let's make this free. And are we going to meld units? Probably not, because the units that we have are kind of trash. I really don't like this run right now, but I'm still learning how to play with the Wormkin. Forge spells, permafrost. Permafrost. Don't really want to permafrost anything. I don't know, let's see what we get out of the concealed caverns. Maybe it'll be good. Increase magic power by 20 and add purge. Upgrade a unit with +20 plus 20 and have purge. All right, we want to purge a spell. Not that one. I guess we'll purge a unit then. We'll purge a dreg. An infused good dreg. Man, this is like, I have no idea what to do. What are our unit essences? Some etch +5, summon +10 +10, stealth on death. Oh, you know, stealth 2 to friendly units on the Votavary would actually be interesting because every time the Votavary dies, it would apply stealth 2 to friendly units. Okay, I'm gonna put a molten encasement on a Votavary, and we're not gonna upgrade the health of the Votavary. We're just gonna make the Votavary killed on every turn. That's the only thing I want this Votavary to do, is to come out and die and give stealth. And we'll put the Votavary down on a floor that has important units that we don't want to die. Like maybe our champion. Maybe our champion can be a buffer of the there's so many like currencies now because there's X shards. Charged echoes. Maybe, you know, the Spine Chief can just make charged echoes and we can keep him safe with putting out that unit that takes all the damage all the turns. Maybe that's what we want. Maybe that'll work. Maybe. Inspire, +2 attack and armor 2. You know what? I need floor capacity, then we can put Spine Chief and Shard Soul Carver on the same floor. That seems like a good idea. But for now, you'll go out. You'll go out. I could just put you out to die, and then you'll come back. You're endless. You're endless. Now you're 2020. Fracture, infuse. Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, first off, we have the energy for everything. Why am I worried so much about what we're playing and how we're playing it? We have the energy to play everything because of that firebox. So where do we want units? I would like you to be here. I would like you to be here, you to be here, and I'll lower you next floor. I know you're gonna give me Ember Drain, but like I'm just gonna have to live with it. At least you're dead anyways. Echo Snare. Apply Reap to friendly units. Enemy units. Friendly units? Enemy units. Why would it be friendly units? That makes no sense. So the drag would be endless. I don't really want to have an endless drag. We do, however, want to purge these units. Will this do it on its own? No. It only does 2 damage on its own. 2 of these would do it. Maybe play another one of these here. You know, they're taking some damage. Bringing back a Molten Encasement could be okay. Infuse Reap. We do want to infuse. That'll kill you. Guaranteed. Don't necessarily care about Force Contamination. A Dreg we could play, but I wouldn't mind the Dreg dying. I don't want the Ember Drain next turn though, so I don't want to play a unit up at the top floor. If I play you down here, you will die, but you'll be endless. You know, I don't want you. I don't want to fill up my draw with garbage, because I know that we're gonna have the Kinhost anyway. So now it does have 2 capacity, and that capacity might grow as time goes on. Hopefully not too much, but you never know. Return 5 consume spells at the top of your draw pile, 3 available. Well, maybe we should descend some cards then. Actually, what we should do probably is play the Kinhost here, but we don't have the energy for it necessarily. But we're gonna try it anyways. Dripfall. You're gonna be stunned, but now you're gonna be like a 50-50, which is pretty good. This guy is gonna live though for at least one more turn, which is unfortunate. Return 5 consume spells at the top of your draw pile. I might need those to kill these guys. We're not handling the AoE as well as I would like, but hopefully that changes now. 29. You have Ember Drain and your Burnout, so you can actually go there now. 47, infuse, apply +6 attack, per charge echo, clear charge echo. I really do not want you to hit the pyre. How much damage are you taking right now? 8 from the Reap? Just increasing damage by 18 is probably more. You're still not gonna die though, the problem. How are you gonna die? Well, I guess we're just gonna play Echo Snares then, so. 62 damage. You're taking 18 damage from the Reap. Infuse Reap. So right now we're at 6 times 3 for 18. If we play Echo Snare, it'll go to 8 times 4 or 48 damage. Really? That's not the right math. 32 damage. So we'll get very close to killing you. Will it actually be enough? You're gonna live by 1 HP. Well, this will do it. No, it doesn't. You're at 69. All right, well, you know what? Whatever. Whatever. You hit my pyre once. Whatever. Votavary, you're back. A dinosaur story. Infuse Endless. We'll keep infusing this Carver here. That's kind of the job of the Votavary. If you die, you die, even though I don't like it when you die. Infuse, deal damage, move a unit to the back. You moving to the back is for the best, and then snare, snare. You living doesn't matter, you're living. Infuse. You know what? What if we consume? Consume. Infuse plus 30 attack is pretty good. I think I'm placing these units in the wrong spot. So right now, Kinhost does have 5 capacity, so we can play him again. Sure, why not? You have 16 lifesteal, that's insane. So, well, let's play the Votavary, I guess, because we like playing the Votavary. Well, yeah. Let's play the Kinhost. Play the Votavary. Play Fracture. What's the charge echo on this floor? I don't know. 5 charged echoes? We did not gain very many charge echoes from our champion, did we? At least you are dead here. And we do have our champion back, who can't go here because we need more floor capacity. But then he could go here and then start building up the strikes again, which would inspire this guy every single time our Spine Chief attacks. Armor 2 is not that much, but I wonder if there's a way that maybe you can go infinite with the armor. You think maybe you could go infinite with the armor? I don't know. Ambient charge. Draw 3, apply consume. Return a consume spell to the top of your draw pile. Broken memories. Soul siphon, consume, fill empty with full, and apply Ember Drain 1 to friendly units. It doesn't. Well, actually, Soul Siphon would be very good with our boy, the Kinhost Carapace. You fill the slots, then you play Kinhost, and then you buff him on a floor. But Broken Memories is very good. Infused Consume, return a consume spell. So we could bring back Wormkin Etchings if we want to keep bringing back consumed cards. I don't think playing consumed cards repeatedly is kind of our win condition here, though. What if instead we just consumed more cards? Well, this doesn't. I think Soul Siphon is the way to go. Let's see if we can't make a super big Kinhost. Infused Attuned, deal damage and apply Daze to an already damaged unit. Kill a random unit, kill a random unit. Remove all debuffs and buffs from enemy units. I think we'll probably skip this, honestly. The infusion at 3 cost it's just too expensive. I don't want it. I don't want it. Now we could go for artifacts. Artifacts might be very important right now because we are kind of not really building specifically, great combinations of runs here. But yeah, getting an artifact is nice, or we can just buy a lot of artifacts. Let's buy a lot of artifacts. Let's see what the artifacts are first. When played, your champion gains plus 50 attack. When an egg unit is summoned, remove shell 3 and apply armor 30. Second unit summoned gains 3 energy. So we can get a lot of energy by summoning units, and we do have dregs and endless units. Playing your champion to gain 50% attack is nice when your champion does 20. Now it'll do 30. We don't have any eggs. I'll take the mark and I'll reroll. 5 energy when a tomb unit dies. Now that's interesting, because now we can gain energy every time we play this guy, who's not endless. Well, so maybe that makes it not that worth it, because if he was well, we can make him endless by playing him first, and then we gain 5 energy every turn. We don't need the energy, though. All of our cards are, like, wicked cheap. That's still good. What else am I gonna do with the money right now? Nothing. Dregs, I do not care about at all. And I don't want 100 gold, so we're just gonna go. And we're gonna fight the second floor boss. I hate this run. I can't help but feel like once I unlock all the cards, maybe I'd have better opportunities to take better cards that might synergize with whatever the heck I'm trying to do here, but I'm not really trying to do anything in particular. I don't know what I'm trying to do with this run. It's just it kind of just is what it is. And what it is right now is just like, eh. So, Spine Chief, First of Kin, Dreg. You might as well put the Dreg out, right? Yeah, you might as well put the Dreg out. Just blocks a shot and gets it out of your deck forever. Infuse, apply Reap, maybe start killing you. Could even daze you, or I could lower the First of Kin and then start stacking up garbage on these floors, which does seem kind of nice. And then honestly, we can just buff you. Okay. Return consumed spells. I guess bringing back the Echo Snares would be nice. Although not being able to play spells here does kind of suck, but that's fine. Inspire plus 2 attack and armor. So we'll start here, I guess. Do we want you to have endless, or do we want the stealth unit to have endless? Do you have endless? You do have endless. So we don't need to play you first. All right, well, let's do that. You? I did it wrong. Like, immediately did it wrong by playing this guy first. Whatever, you know what? Doesn't matter. Consume. We'll infuse him. We'll, I don't want to fracture him, though. Well, we don't have to. We can play this here now. There you go. It doesn't get any more expensive. It's our last spell. Votavary. Now you do need to be played first. This will daze our units, but we still need to get this unit out there. One daze doesn't really matter that much. How are you guys doing? You doing all right? All right, you're all dead. Beautiful. We should probably start stacking up the echo snares on the boss too, but like I could always just buff the first of kin's damage. 5 damage per consume though. Is that good enough? I don't know. It's a lot of reap. You know what? I gotta do it. We also inspire and gain a bunch of attack out of that too. What do you do, unit? Hold on. I forgot how I merged you. Oh, I didn't merge you at all. You just have inspire armor too. I really should have put you on someone else though. I should have put you on the first of kin a long time ago. Consume, fill. We could do that up here. We probably will do that up there. Let's see if we can't get some kills down here. Force extraction. Not quite enough to kill you in one shot. I don't really want to play Force Contamination. I think I'll play Soul Siphon though. We'll get the top floor ready for the big unit. Well, actually, we're gonna play him here is what we're actually gonna do. Infuse, apply +6 attack per, and then clear. That'll kill you. Yeah, that'll kill you easily. Deal damage and push to the back. Do we want to do that to anybody? Yeah, I mean, probably. Let's start here, though. That'll kill you. Don't have to worry about you anymore. What if I apply melee weakness to you? Then you'll die. Oh, it's melee weakness 3, so that kills you outright. Then we do 105 damage to the unit behind him. Okay, I like that actually. It seems kind of nice. Could kill your friend. We should probably play this. Do I want to apply +6 attack to one of my units? I think I do. The charge echoes get, added to every single turn. We don't need to worry about that so much, I think. We do have a drip fall. We could drip fall, like this unit, so that when our spine chief dies, we have a replacement right behind him. Kinho's Carapace also does need to be played. Already has endless, does not have endless. Do we want the energy? I don't think we want the energy. I think we just want to play our cards. So you go down. Playing a spell will make spells more expensive. I don't really mind though. Just don't play this because it clears your charged echoes. What about Fracture into a Kinhost? He's already going to be over capacity. Kind of seems like a why not sort of situation here. I guess we could play him here and then descend him. Then if he dies, we can replay him maybe. No, he's going to be no, yeah, we can. We can. Then descend him. Oh, this will be good. This will be good. Trust me. This will be good. Votavary can be played. Tank a hit. I didn't play the Spine Chief. Well, that's my bad. We'll leave him in the deck, I suppose. Well, I guess we're gonna, build up some more charged echoes, so there you go. And, well, there you go. Are you dead? You're taking 500 damage. It's pretty good. It's not good enough, but it's pretty good. I think what we're gonna do is Votavary. I think we should drip fall somebody. Should we drip fall this unit? Who has 62, 55, and Inspire. He is endless, so we can always replay him. If we drip fall the Kinhost, we can replay the Kinhost on the top floor, and then maybe drip fall him again. I don't know. Gain attack per... Yeah, sure. You know what? Dripfall you. 1473. That's good enough. That's pretty good. And you're dead, yeah. I can't even really play anything on this floor. Okay. It's a very sloppy run, but it's, working so far. Wax and Spike, Burnout 4, Devourer of Death, Harvest, gain soul, extinguish, deal damage. Hallowed Halls. Kill friendly units, reform units until this floor exceeds its capacity. This is very interesting, and it's a good card. You can just play it over and over again, and if it's holdover, every turn you can just rebuild the entire floor with new units. And if you have a unit like Kinho's Carapace, he can just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. It's very, amusing. Reform will apply burnout to units, but it's kind of cool. Extinguish deal damage to enemy units. That actually could be very... we already merged something into our Votavary, though. Merging that unit into a Molten Encasement, though, could be nice, because we can make it endless, apply stealth, do damage to enemy units. But this is just funny. It's a funny card. Capacity, draw, or energy. 27 card deck. I think the capacity would be nice. Draw would also be really nice. I think draw might be the most important thing, because we need to get to the echo snares and get them out early, I think. Yeah, let's go for draw. Heavy draw. We have a lot of draw. We do need more energy, but I'm kind of thinking that's what the Encased Ember is for. Put down the stealth unit, kill it, get the energy, and then the draw means you can just keep playing cards. Sounds good to me. Unit upgrades or duplicate. I might consider doing some duplication right now. So let's go to the right path and see what we can pick up. We'll check out the champion first. Multi-strike, or friendly units have +5 attack per shard. So gaining more charged echoes would benefit some of our units, but I'm not really building around the charge echoes, and we're building around Reap, kind of. Does make him a great tank. A very good tank. Let's go for it. And then take a look at the Divine Temple. Upgrade a spell with +30 magic power. A little expensive. Upgrade a spell to have intrinsic. You know what? An intrinsic Hallowed Halls would be nice, but it's very expensive and not super playable early. We want to play this ideally after things have already died. We could start merging more units, but all the units that I have remaining are upgraded except for the Dreg and the Molten Encasement, I suppose, but I don't really know what to put in, where to put him, Let's probably ignore that, I hate to say. Grant +1 stack of Reap each time it's applied. Deal 5 damage to all enemy units when a burnout unit dies. Guess we'll take the Reap bonus. Duplicate a card. Could duplicating Hallowed Halls could be interesting, but duplicating a Kinho's Carapace could be interesting. Keep playing him and then descending him over and over again. Or a second Votavary, just for the infuse and the endless draw. It's a very good unit. Intrinsic Soul Siphon? No, I don't need this. We have so many echo snares, we can usually get infusion out early. We don't need this. I don't even know why I have this card, really. I guess I was hoping to... Well, I mean, it does still work with the Kinho's Carapace if you have him on his own floor, I suppose. Duplicated card. I am tempted to duplicate that Votavary. I would love to make Hallowed Halls holdover and cheaper. Trap Shoot, the hook. Send an enemy unit to the pyre and apply daze 3. To send a unit to the bottom floor and apply daze 2. Friendly units count for the Trap Shoot. Hook is pretty good though. But I think we'll take Trap Shoot, because we can play it on our own units. Maybe we'll want to do that, I don't know. I still don't know what to duplicate though. I've been delaying this decision because I really don't want to make a choice here. But I'm like, I really think Hallowed Halls could be fun, but I want to upgrade the card before I duplicate it, you know? So what do I duplicate? I don't know. Votavary is a good duplication target. Spikes 5. I'm not really that worried about that. Dripfall is also a good target, but again, as soon as I put holdover on these spell cards, we don't really need to worry about their about how many of them they are in the deck necessarily. And so that's kind of what I'm hoping to get to soon. It's just hard to get to it. Spine Chief. Everything's endless, which is like really nice. Votavary. Wormkin. Might as well put the Wormkin out here for, you know, some damage early. Put out you. Reap? Oh, I'd love to reap you to death. 15 damage. Not enough. That's fine. First of Kin. Put you out there. You're gonna Ember Drain me, you know, whatever. You can put the Dreg out there to die. Molten Encasement we can put out there. All right. We are gonna get some of these self-mutilations into the deck, but, well. If only I could get you killed at some point. Okay. You do need to be played. Infuse Endless and apply Stealth 2 to units. You're not Endless, which is unfortunate. When a team unit dies, gain energy. I would like energy next turn. So I'm gonna play the Votavary in the second position. Why are you also dying? Oh, because of spikes. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Kill this. We could Dripfall our big boy. Could also Dripfall like the Shard Soul Carver. Could also Dripfall one of these garbage units if we really wanted to. Doesn't seem like that bad of an idea. It would stop a garbage card being added to our deck. We also do have an Echo Snare that can go out. And that'll kill you, which is beautiful. You know what? Dripfall, Echo Snare. Oh, not quite dead. But there's a couple more Echo Snares. So you're gonna live for one turn, you'll die on the next turn, on the next floor. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. All these units are buffed and I hate it. Well, we have the energy. We can play a self-mutilation. We also have 2 Votavaries in our hand. And I guess we could play them here. Oh, and we have the Hallowed Halls. Do we really want to play the Hallowed Halls though? Kill friendly units, reform units until this floor exceeds capacity. We could actually do that with the Votavaries like right now. Yeah, I like this idea. Because we should get back a couple of other units that we have lost. Dragon, Molten Encasement on the top floor. We could also play it here and, you know... Oh, you know, these units won't reform because they're endless. Oh, that's not a great combination now that I think about it. But I think it's still worth playing because it's interesting. Oh, and they won't even come back because they're endless. So we did get 2 units out for free, but it doesn't really matter that much, does it? That's so weird. I guess we'll still play you. Okay, I understand though. I understand now though. You guys are like living, which really sucks. 30 damage and 55 damage. You do have Reap, but you're not taking that much damage, and Infusion here will at least get a kill, and then we have 5 Echo Snares. All right, all right. Not quite dead. At least you're dead. 6 damage. Playing these up here does not seem to be good value. Play them here to stack up the reap. And I hope that I can kill these units in the middle as they move up. I might have to descend them if we get dripfall. We didn't get dripfall. But we do have a kin host, and we can play the kin host at the top floor and make him really big. Or put him in at the bottom floor. Start here. All of our units in hand are endless anyways. Endless. Endless. You're taking 51 damage. Infuse, consume. We have 8 energy. 78 damage. Consume, apply Ember Drain 1 to friendly units. I don't really want the Ember Drain. Just saying. 111. Might actually be able to kill you. Infuse, consume, deal damage, move him back. You know what? Sure, there you go. There's a 130, 130. He's plus 11 capacity. But when I mouse over him, you see that it maxes at 6 capacity. So in theory, you could play this guy over and over and over again on one floor. In theory. Trap shoot. Does anyone need to be trap shooted? Yeah, what if we trap shoot our kin host? That could be interesting. It would give us a lot of room to play other things. Oh, champion is dying. I would like that to not happen. So you know what? Votavary. Votavary. They die, they'll apply stealth. We still have stealth on these units too. We have 3 stealth on this guy. All right. I like where things are going. This needs to be purged. It's probably best to put the reap here because this is where we're gonna stockpile a lot of charged echoes. Doesn't quite kill you. Extract melee weakness. 36 damage. It is interesting to try to play the trap shoot. Aw, you know what? I took plus draw. So we'll never be able to play this guy if he dies again, unfortunately. I gotta trap shoot somebody. Or, I think... This is an interesting one. It's a very interesting situation we got here. Very interesting. What if we trap shoot you and infuse you again? Now you're dead. Now you're not dead as you move up, but hopefully I'll be able to kill you. I can actually descend you and daze you again. How come you had 2 days? That was weird. It's like it didn't get discarded. Hallowed Halls. Kill friendly units, reform random units until it exceeds capacity to available. I could replay the Spine Chief by killing him. We will lose a Dreg and a Molten Encasement, but we'll get the Spine Chief back on the next turn. Actually, no, we could just do it. Yeah. 2 units available. Votavary. Votavary. Hallowed Halls. We draw him immediately. And then we can replay him. And he's back. All right, that works. And then we can even do like a big descend here. Descend a unit that does 80 damage, which would be really nice. But I think we should actually probably descend one of these jokers. Now we can do 119 damage to him. Seems like probably a better idea. So I think what I have in this deck right now is just a lot of options, you know? I have a lot of options for things to play with all the different cards that I have, which is kind of nice and is definitely working to some extent. Melee weakness. I think I just want to buff the Reap, taking 700 damage. This consumes, so I really don't mind playing it right here. End turn. You're getting a little strong, unfortunately, but I have strong units too. You also have 9 Reap, which is not as much as I would like, but you know, it's some. But you're my like killing blow. I hope that you know that. 9 Reap. So 9 times whatever our charged echo damage is. You know, with 3 fractures in hand, I think we want to stack the Reap. Now we're doing 108 damage. 147 damage. Or I could buff with Echoes of the Past. Or I could lower with a Dripfall. You know what? You do lower with a Dripfall. Because then you can Votavary, Hallowed Halls. There's our champion. I mean, you're gonna burn out, but at least we have, okay, you're dead anyways, but you know, at least we had a unit up there. This is such a like garbage fire build here, but it is working. I don't even remember what that 400 gold was for. Infuse, consume, gain energy. Return a consume spell. Return a spell card from the discard pile to your hand and apply infuse -1 energy and consume. Return soul is a very interesting card. You can just get a card back that you need on this turn. We have cards that we don't mind consuming, and we have cards that we don't mind just getting out immediately so that we can play them. But I don't want to add anything right now. Subsuming Blade, resin removal, remove all debuffs from friendlies and buffs from enemies, reform a unit and apply an additional +10. I don't think we want these either. Don't think we want these either. This is gonna say no to all the units in the world, and we do need to get 30 pact shards before we complete this next fight. And I think we do need Merchant of Magic. We can duplicate cards, first of all, but I really do need to put like holdover on something. Oh my god, it worked. And then just hold something over. Whether it's Dripfall, whether it's Hallowed Halls. We'll check out, let's check out the trinkets. And by trinkets, I mean artifacts. At the start of battle, summon 4 random units from your deck onto the middle floor. Cards and reward packs and unit banners come with a random upgrade. That is a little too late. Apply daze 3 and melee weakness to enemy units on the bottom floor on the first turn of combat. Increase maximum capacity by 1 on each floor. Grant +3 burnout each time it's applied. We'll take Mind Horde, maybe Faulty Loader. +30 magic power, upgrade a spell to gain intrinsic. Intrinsic holdover Hallowed Halls. None of our units die. I guess they do die, but we don't mind them dying. +3 stacks of burnout each time it's applied would be good with this, admittedly. But all of our units are endless. We just replay them when they die, except for the Kinhost, because he's literally unplayable after that point. Pact. +10/+10 burnout 2. Apply stealth 2 to enemy or to friendly units on Molten Encasement. First of kin. I think I want to get rid of the Dreg. Summon +10/+10 Kinhost Carapace. I like him being there to be strong. To be a strong unit! But I also like the idea of just putting the +10/+10 burnout 2 on the Molten Encasement just to get the Dreg out of the deck. But I think we have better options. What would we duplicate? What have we upgraded? Not much. Another Votavary could be interesting. Maybe not though, because we don't really need it. Don't really need you, don't really need you. I have no idea what to do. Holdover, okay. Holdover, Intrinsic Soul Siphon. I guess that could be good just to dump a lot of, you know, echoes onto the field. Holdover. I think there is a holdover option here. Is it Hallowed Halls? Kill friendly units, reform until the floor exceeds capacity. It doesn't feel like this is a good call. Forced Contamination. Extract 3 melee weakness. Infused, apply Maybe we want Echoes of the Past to just buff the attack of units, like our champion. Maybe this is what we want. Because we can gain Echoes pretty quickly, especially with our champion. I'm gonna try it. Plus 20 magic power and consume doesn't apply to anything. Let's reroll. Double stack. Yeah, days 2. Reap 5. It's interesting. Melee weakness 6. It's a lot of melee weakness. Days 4. Ember Drain 2 to friendly units. Hell yeah. Descend a unit and apply days 1. We can make that cost 0. We have to spend all of our money here pretty much anyways, so let's, do that. Plus 3 stacks of burnout. Melee weakness and days. Probably purge some cards. You know what? Intrinsic on Soul Siphon, sure. You just get a whole bunch of charge echoes on the first turn. Why not? Now we have 80 pack shards. What if we duplicate something? What did we upgrade? Infused holdover, apply plus 6 clear. No. We want to make something holdover that adds to our capacity, something like Soul Siphon. However, oh, it's a duplication. Oh, it's only half cost on the duplication. That's nice. So we could fill 2 floors instantaneously? That's interesting. I'm just trying to think, because I need to get 20 more packed shards from something. I guess if I have no idea what else to do, worst case scenario is we can just put the dreg in something. Plus 2 in burnout. We can just put that in the molten encasement, I suppose. And now we can just make this unit endless by playing him first, and then we get, that sweet stealth action. And then we've hit our capacity, which is nice. And then we can just go here and remove cards. So let's remove some cards. Like... Force contamination. And... we do have a lot of echo snares. We could probably get rid of a couple of echo snares and probably not suffer too much. There you go. And then duplicate a card, and then we'll duplicate... Days is interesting. Soul Siphon is consume already. Trap Shoot is consume, but if we're duplicating a card, do we need 2 of these? Wormkin Etchings. To be able to return consume... You know what? Double Wormkin Etchings. There we go. We should have done that anyways. All right, let's go. Threat level high. Remove buff and debuff stacks, which does include stealth. Whatever. All right, now the order that we play units is very important. I want Spine Chief to go first, but first, we need to play Soul Siphon. If we play it here on the bottom floor, we can reap and do some damage. Soul Siphon, Spine Chief, you're gonna be endless. Votavary is already endless, so we'll get you out. Ooh, just like buffing his attack so he's a 72 times 3 seems very good. We'll do a fracture first though. No, we should do the fracture afterwards so that we can get a kill on a unit. So 3 gains 1 energy. What's 3 times 3? 9? Okay, so well, 4 times 3 is 12. Still not enough to kill the Lightwing. All right, so Echoes of the Past will go out. I'll reap and at least kill the unit in the back. Inspire Armor 2, send you out. And do we want to Trap Shoot? No, not necessary. Kinhost, also not necessary to play. He does have Endless though. We can just play him, have him die, and come back next turn so we can play him next turn. So he'll tank a hit. This actually works pretty well now that I'm looking at things. Because the Votavaries, they're gonna gain stealth every turn and keep this guy alive, and he's just gonna get more powerful thanks to the Echoes of the Past. Every turn, he's gonna buff his own attack because he's gonna attack and then I'm gonna buff him. Seems good to me. So I guess we'll put out a first kin. We only have 3 energy. What are we gonna play? Votivary, Stealth, and that's it. You do a lot of damage. You kinda suck. But this is still what we want. First of kin, you need to just get played at some point, so there you go. Then we're going to Echo of the Past. Yeah. No, Votivary first. Echoes of the Past. Echo Snare, Echo Snare. Everything's dead. We'll return consume cards back, because we do want them. Soul Siphon, maybe not so much. But if we Soul Siphon and then buff his attack, we at least get value out of him. Well, I guess there's not much point in doing that now, because we can't bring the card back. We can't kill our Votivary. We actually could. We don't have the card for it, but we could have if we did have the card for it. You're gonna go out. Everything in our hand is very cheap, which is very good. You do not have Endless, but I don't really care about you. You're gonna have Endless. You're gonna give me a lot of energy next turn. You're gonna go out as well. Monsieur Votivary. And then, consume Intrinsic, fill, apply Ember Drain. I think we just wanna... this. You know, 156 damage times 3 is okay. Echo Snare, Wurmkin Etchings. You're dead. Everything down here is dead because we're doing 156 times 3 damage. I guess this is just a run where we're buffing our champion over and over again, thanks to Echoes of the Past and his own ability to create charged echoes, which I guess is working fine, huh? So you're gonna come out and you're gonna block a shot. Now we have 7 energy, so it's not really, like, we can just play anything we want at this point. So, infuse, 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 Votivary. 222 times 3 seems good enough to me. Add more of these cards to our hand. Does it bring itself back? Or do I just have 2 of them in the deck? I guess I played it and it brought itself back on the same turn? Because I only have 1 of those in the deck, right? No, I do have 2. How come it's not? Oh, that's not the consume pile. That's the consume pile. Very interesting. So we can just play these infusions every single turn, dude. That seems pretty good. 2 available. 5 available. Come back. Play you. 264 times 3. I don't know. This seems like it's working just fine now. Our champion is doing almost 1,000 damage a turn, and I guess this is our run. We don't care about any other unit except playing our champion, getting charged echoes, and then playing Echoes of the Past over and over and over and over again. It's the only thing that we care about. Oh, there's my Votivary. It's like, didn't I have another Votivary? I do have another Votivary. You just keep getting Endless every single turn, thank you. 2 available. 3 available, 4 available, 5 available. So then we'll play it. We'll bring back the same card that we just had. We'll buff our champion. Well, 200 damage, 1, 2. He kills everything on his own, so let's just keep buffing him, honestly. 324 times 3 damage. This is a weird run. But the holdover Echoes of the Past is getting the job done, thankfully, because I feel like I don't really have much else going on for me. But at least this card is, like, totally crushing it. And we just have, like, an infinite amount of stealth going on as well. And we only have 1 floor. You know, we should probably play the Spine Chief on the top floor on the next combat, because it's so important that he gets strong quick, and we actually do need to wait a couple of turns to get that damage bonus out there. So that's probably what we should do. Makes sense to me anyways. 3 available, 4 available, please, 5 available. Keep playing, keep playing. Infuse. And even if the boss was living, like every time we attack, we gain 1 charged echoes, and it's just gonna stack up that damage multiplicatively with our, with all of our, you know, stealth, the high damage that we do, the you know, damage reflection that we do. Damage reflection? I guess reap. It's not really damage reflection though. And even if our champion dies, they come back to life. So maybe we should keep him at the bottom, because again, if our champion dies, who cares? Echo Snare. Because we have Echo Snare, we're gonna definitely start at the bottom. Champion first. If he dies, we don't care. Echo Snare will ensure that everything down here dies. First of Kin does need to be played at some point. Infused Reap also does need to be played. Is this Trample? Who cares about Trample? So let's try to Reap you. You're taking 60 damage. You're gonna almost be dead. Not quite, but almost. You have a lot of health. You can definitely go here and tank. I'll put you here. I don't really want the Ember Drain. I'm not gonna play that unit. He just like, he shot a laser out of his crotch. It's very unfortunate. 2 available. We have our cards anyways. So, 2 available, 3 available, 4 available. I guess we could trap shoot if we really wanted to. Can I trap shoot your groin? Probably not. I guess we'll just bring you down. 5 available, so there's that. Then we will Votavary. Now you're gonna live. Fracture. Fracture, and Echo. 96 times 3 now. 1 unit will live, but it's a unit that heals, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't, you don't really matter, hate to say it. Soul Siphon, we could actually just play this to get rid of it, which would be nice. So we'll do that. How many available? Did it not come back? Oh, I need to wait for the other one. That's right, that's right, that's right. So Votavary goes down. Trap shoot, not worth playing. 2 cards in the consume pile. So we need to play 1, 2, 3. Echoes? No, fracture first. Always fracture first. I don't know who we're gonna fracture, I guess it doesn't really matter. Then Echoes, and now with 5 cards in the consume pile, I'm not gonna play the other Echo Snare, because I don't want it to consume. I wanna make sure that we draw the correct card, the one that brings cards back. Wormkin Etchings. Now we play this. Now the other Wormkin Etchings is now in the draw pile, and now we can start playing things. So Molten, Votavary, Votavary, keep everything up here safe. They're healing now, which is interesting. How did that happen? Hello, welcome, Super MQ100. How you doing today? What we doing? We doing Monster Train. You're a boss. I always forget that this boss shows up. It's really fun that you get like an early game boss as the wave combat on this Last Divinity fight. That's really cool. We gotta kill him though, but you know, we'll get there. 1 card in the consume pile. These units are not dying. Mine is 8. You know, we'll do it. Now they're all dead. Okay. Then, hit you. Buff you. Do we want to drip fall anybody? No, the damage isn't even that bad. I don't think there's a reason to play drip fall, although if we do, what would we do? Could drip fall you. No point. Drip fall you. No point. Well, there is a point, cause well, I guess you trample us anyway, so you're gonna do damage to us regardless. It doesn't matter. Hello guys, how you doing? We are currently in stealth. Oh right, the trample won't hit us in stealth. Would the trample hit us in stealth if I put down a unit? Well, you die to the first unit, and then you don't die at all, so maybe I can't even tell. I suppose. You're not dying anymore, huh? Well, I will kill you. 4 available. 5 available. We do have hallowed halls. I don't know, do we need to kill and reform units? Not really. You're not all dying, huh? I do a lot of damage, but you're still not all dying, huh? You're not dying either, which is really annoying. Could kill and reform units, but I don't want to reform my first of kin or my Votavary. It would only give me the first of kin. The Votavary would draw, like, itself, I think. He would have... The first of kin would have more health, but then no stealth. Hooray. So I think we're just gonna do this. 234 damage. Still not enough to get the kill on this guy, huh? What is that crunching sound? You hear that crunching sound? It's very, like, unfortunate to hear. 3 available. Three available. Four available. Now you're dead. 5 available. Let's make sure we get that out. Everything down here is dying. I kind of don't really want to play the Echoes of the Past if everything's dying, but it's like win condition, so we're gonna play it. And then I'll just play 1, and now they're all dead. Good. You can move to the back. No, I like you being there, because you're gonna die in the first shot, then you're gonna die, then you're gonna die, then you're not doing anything. I guess we should play it, because it does give us another charged Echo. Is this Relentless yet? No. It's another boss! It's the Steel Slate! The guy who has the spike shield. We are doing 792 damage though. This is a fun fight now that they've changed it to include these mini bosses. That's a nice addition. I actually really enjoy that. I have 9 stealth on my champion too. Yeah, I think the enemies are not gonna have an easy time making it past my 1000 damage champion. We might have to wait for Relentless to do a lot of our damage, but we'll be fine. Okay, we know how the units get played at least. Hey, Kinos Carapace, long time no see! We should probably play this unit. Let's be honest. I should have played him down here. I should have really played him down here. It takes so long to get through our deck. I'm kind of like, what if we just play him up here? But I'd rather replay the champion if we get to that point, you know? 5 available. Let's make sure we play that first. You have spell shield. You have spell shield. You have spell shield. Y'all have like spell shield. Well, hit you. Hit you. Our champion is also getting quite low. The trample is slowly hitting him. I could probably stop playing units at this point, but I really do want to keep outputting some damage here. How are we taking damage? Ah, from the enemies that explode on death. That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, okay, I get it. I was very confused, but that actually does make a lot of sense. 3 available. 5 available. 438 times 3. This is not the end. Yeah, okay, sure. That's what you tell yourself. You actually lived? How did you live? You do like 19 damage with trample. How did that happen? I have no idea. Is every floor relentless right now? I think every floor is currently relentless. So our units here are also dying. I kind of forgot that was even a mechanic. And by forgot, I mean, didn't know? Question mark? Well, Echo Snare, Etching, Echo Snare, damage, buff, daze, and turn. 1500 damage in in one turn. All right, that worked. That was not that bad. Once, like, the first half of the run was very confusing and I had no idea what was going on. And then once I transitioned from worrying about my units to, oh, just buff your champion infinitely, then we had no problems. And it ended up being rather easy. But we unlocked a new card, Total Recall. Consume, return 3 random spell cards from the discard pile to your hand and apply Consume. When a spell with Consume is played, gain 1 charged echo. Very interesting, and does help synergize with Consume Etch builds with that Wormkin unit. And we unlocked the new champion, the Exile champion, Echo Right. We also unlocked Power of Knowledge. Deal 15 damage for each spell in the Consume pile. I don't like this card, because when you put cards in the Consume pile, with the Wormkin, it feels like you want to bring them back. So if you're bringing cards back, there's not a lot of spells in your Consume pile anymore, so this isn't going to do all that much damage. It does deal a lot of damage if you play it after your Consume cards. You know, you could do 100 damage, but I think you get more value by bringing back your Consume cards and replaying them over and over again. Hell yeah. Super MQ says, I love when you get something that says hell yeah. I like it except for when you get something that's not hell yeah. The first time each battle a card with Consume is played, add 2 copies to your hand. The first time each battle a card with Consume is played, add 2 copies to your hand. So you could just, so not per turn, each battle. Very interesting. Kind of nice. If you have a Consume build, this helps to jumpstart it, which I like. Oh, we didn't get another level here, which is unfortunate. But unlocked some more cards, learned some new things, I hope. Not that bad, not that bad. I understand a little bit more now. This run was definitely just Echoes of the Past and just applying the damage buff to the Spine Chief. The multi-strike made this run work, because without multi-strike, we wouldn't have been able to do enough damage because our other units were kind of garbage. We didn't have any synergies really. But being able to have him have multi-strike, gain 3 charge echoes per turn by himself, meant at the very least we were gaining 18 damage every turn from just playing this. It's actually 24 because it infuses itself. But then we also had all of those echo snares that all were coming back for free every turn because of the Wormkin etchings. And because we had 2 of the Wormkin etchings, we were able to bring back other Wormkin etchings. And because we had, 7 cards each turn plus the Winged Steel, plus we had the Votivaries, which were also putting down infusions, we were able to buff the damage very quickly on our champion. And because they were endless, even if they died, it doesn't matter. They would just come back anyways. That was kind of an interesting run. I enjoyed it. And for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Check me out on Twitch for when I go live. Support me on Twitch, Patreon, and Streamlabs. And I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train.